Welcome to our channel, where we explore the 9 lessons on finances and success from King Solomon. Before we get started, be sure to give that like button a little love and hit subscribe to stay in the loop for future exciting content. 1. Diligence makes you rich. Proverbs 10:4. A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. Also, Proverbs 12:11. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits lacks sense. Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Proverbs 12:27. Whoever is slothful will not roast his game, but the diligent man will get precious wealth. In Proverbs, diligent is another term for someone who is wise or righteous. Diligence is a quality that God instills in believers to provide for their material needs. Lack of diligence really means a lack of wisdom and righteousness. In all these verses, it's obvious Solomon is saying that diligence is highly important if you want to be successful. Not only will you have enough to eat, but you will have wealth over and above your needs, as well as authority. Contrast it with the person who doesn't want to work, doesn't sweat the details if they do work, and just want to get rich quick without having to work hard for it. Those are the people who end up in debt, hungry, poor, and forced to work because of their attitude and choices. 2. Trust in God, not money. Ecclesiastes 5:10. He who loves money will not be satisfied with money. Proverbs 10:22. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Proverbs 15:6. In the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but trouble befalls the income of the wicked. In these verses, King Solomon makes it clear that seeking money before God is a recipe for an unhappy life. Seeking out God's blessings first is what leads to a blessed life. Ironically, this blessed life includes financial blessings. It's a delicate balance where you have to continually check yourself and your motives. You can become so blessed by seeking God first that you forget how you got those blessings in the first place. That's when trouble can befall your income and cause you to stumble. 3. Giving increases wealth. Proverbs 11:24-25. One gives freely, yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give, and only suffers want. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched, and one who waters will himself be watered. Debt is to be avoided. Proverbs 22:7. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Most of us have heard this verse a million times, but most of us still use debt to fund our lives. 2/3 of all people and 1/3 of high-income earners are living paycheck to paycheck because of debt. Debt limits your freedom to live life the way you want to live it. As long as you have debt, you are obligated to put much of your time and energy toward paying it off. Just think how your life would be different if you had the freedom and choices that come with having no debt. 4. Seek wise counsel. Proverbs 3:18. Poverty and disgrace come to him who ignores instruction, but whoever heeds reproof is honored. Proverbs 15:22. Without counsel plans fail, but with many advisors they succeed. Also, Proverbs 15:32. Whoever ignores instruction despises himself, but he who listens to reproof gains intelligence. According to King Solomon, you can't go it alone in this life and expect to be successful. You need the help and advice of others if you want to truly succeed, but don't seek counsel from just anyone. There are plenty of foolish people out there just waiting to give you terrible advice disguised as wisdom. The best way to determine if someone is giving wise advice is to look at their life and their success level in the subject area they are advising you about. Taking business advice from a billionaire business owner is probably a good idea. Getting business advice from Uncle Joe, who's never made more than $9 an hour, is probably unwise. 5. Work is profitable. Proverbs 14:23. In all toil there is profit, but mere talk tends only to poverty. Hard work is always profitable in some way. It builds your character, your bank account, and your reputation. But when you're one of those people who always make plans but never actually do anything about them, you will never succeed. There are many verses from King Solomon on this subject, but I think this one reflects the concept the best. 6. Laziness breeds poverty and hunger. Proverbs 19:15. Slothfulness casts into a deep sleep, and an idle person will suffer hunger. Proverbs 20:4. The sluggard does not plow in the autumn. He will seek at harvest and have nothing. You probably know someone who is always doing what they can to avoid doing work or having any responsibility. They always have an excuse and never seem to have any direction. These individuals just live for today, but always seem to wonder why they can't ever get ahead in life. Ever seen a lazy person who is successful? Me neither. Laziness is always accompanied by spiritual, financial, and emotional poverty. 7. Gain wealth one step at a time. Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. This goes along with learning to be diligent, which I talked about above. Using get-rich-quick schemes, such as the lottery, exotic investments, or those that promise huge returns in a short time almost never work. When they do, they don't work for long. Either way, they don't lead to lasting wealth. Lasting wealth is built little by little over a long period of time. When you are diligent to invest your money consistently and patiently over your lifetime, you will build more wealth than you ever imagined you could have. 8. Commit your work to the Lord. Proverbs 16:3. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. The act of doing work is a holy thing. God put us here specifically for the purpose of work. Absolutely the best thing you can do to be successful in your life is to commit your work to the Lord. According to the wisdom of King Solomon, when you commit your life's work to God and do it for His glory, He will make sure you are successful and your plans are established. It doesn't matter if you sell insurance or tattoo people for a living. Doing your work according to God's principles and committing your efforts toward glorifying Him will always make you successful in the long run, leaving a legacy of generational wealth that far outlives you. 9. The wisdom of King Solomon will change your life. These are just a few of Solomon's best teachings when it comes to things like money, work, and success. But there is certainly a lot more you can learn from Solomon's extraordinary God-given wisdom all through the books of Proverbs, Psalms, and Ecclesiastes. You can also learn how to apply Solomon's wisdom to your own life by reading a great book I wholeheartedly recommend, which brings a modern twist to the wisdom of Solomon and how it applies to modern life and success. Please support and show appreciation by hitting super thanks. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. We appreciate you being part of our community. Until next time, take care and stay awesome.